information provided by
Dupixent helps you do more with less asthma and can help you breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
Hey, E.T., welcome to Dick Van Dyke, 98 Years of Magic. It's an E.T. exclusive, so, you're in the right place.
Tomorrow on E.T., Zachary Levi takes us behind the scenes of the CBS special celebrating legend Dick Van Dyke.
So good. 98.
It's unbelievable.
98 years young. Now, before we go, congrats to our friend Anthony Anderson.
Yes, sir.
He is set to host the Emmys next year.
It is the show's 75th anniversary, and it will air live on Fox January 15th. And here are a few reasons why Anthony got the job. Check it out, and good luck, my man.
Happening now.
A Balcones Heights police officer shoots and kills a dog. They just released the body camera video from the November incident. Coming up, why the police chief says this incident could lead to changes in the department.
A look at just how much rain fell earlier today and looking ahead to our next opportunity for some rain and where most of that rain is trending coming up in just a bit.
You could one day be living on the moon, perhaps, and it might be the work of a local company who's trying to develop human settlements in outer space. The News at 5 starts right now. First at 5, new body camera footage released showing the moments leading up to that dog attack and shooting in Balcones Heights.
A Balcones Heights police officer says he was forced to shoot that dog, and today he was cleared of wrongdoing. The police chief tells our Daniela Ibarra why the officer is back on duty and how this incident could lead to a new policy.
Hey, come here, man. Come here. Come here.
Balcones Heights police officers wanted to speak with this 49-year-old man on November 18th. Just minutes before this video, they say a neighbor at the Seoul Apartments accused the man of punching him in the face. We aren't naming the man since he isn't charged with any crime.
The officer was trying to gather the information to figure out what had actually occurred and if there was any either serious bodily injuries or what transpired from that point.
Police Chief John Jahanara says the incident escalated quickly.
Officer had used his verbal skills in order to try to talk to the suspect. Obviously that wasn't working, then deployed his taser.
114.
The chief says the taser didn't work on the man, but it appears to have triggered the dog. The body camera video shows the dog running towards the officer.
You better get him.
The owner didn't, and the officer shot the dog twice.
Shot fired, shot fired. You want the first shot fired?
Jahanara says it's tough to watch.
She gave her life for her owner.
Jahanara says the officer, Juan Morin, was placed on administrative leave for 2 weeks before being cleared.
I believe he handled it the way he was supposed to. Because the other option was not to shoot the dog, not to use deadly force, and he was probably going to get bitten, and I would have had another officer down.
The chief says there are no guidelines on how to handle a case like this.
So that's why we treated it as the highest, case possible, deadly force officer-involved shooting. We're looking at implementing a new policy.
After the shooting, the dog's owner was detained and inconsolable.
He killed my dog!
The chief says the man's family told police he has a mental illness and is being treated for it. He says the man has come to terms with what happened.
He wanted the collar, the leash. He understood. He was sorry for his actions.
Daniela Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
New at 5, firefighters forced to break their way into a vacant gentleman's club from the top down. The empty club somehow caught fire this morning. It ended up being a 2-alarm fire at the former San Antonio Gentlemen's Club in the 8200 block of Interchange Parkway off of I-35. Firefighters had a tough time fighting back the flames and making sure the building was empty. Fire Chief Charles Hood says the building's metal roof made getting to those flames more difficult.
This is a really labor-intensive job for us because we cannot access the fire from up underneath, so we had to go up on the roof and, as you saw, use tools and saws to cut into that roof structure to extinguish the fire.
Chief Hood says no one was inside during the fire. Now investigators are working with the owners of the building to figure out how it started.
Initially charged with murder in connection to the shooting death of a woman last year on Thanksgiving, the suspect accepts a plea deal. that sends him to prison for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon instead. Paris Shaw, in court yesterday, was officially sentenced to 25 years for shooting and killing Joanna Baker. Bexar County Sheriff's deputies say witnesses to the shooting say Shaw placed a small rifle in between the woman's eyes and threatened to shoot her. Baker allegedly told Shaw to do it, and a witness says he pulled the trigger. They say Shaw and Baker were in a relationship. He must serve half of his sentence before he's eligible for parole. We're getting our first look at the man San Antonio police say started an hours-long standoff at a Southeast Side gas station after they say he fell asleep in his car holding a gun. Investigators say Juan Ortiz Gonzalez is the man behind yesterday's incident. The situation started about 6 a.m. on Fair Avenue near I-37. A worker at a gas station called police after seeing Gonzalez's truck with bullet holes in it. Soon after, San Antonio police as well as the SWAT team showed up and closed off the area. Law enforcement sounded sirens, even fired off a concussion grenade to try to wake the man up. Eventually, SAPD able to get him out of the truck and wake him up. Police say they found a package with drugs inside the vehicle. He's facing several charges, including theft of a vehicle, felon in possession of a firearm, and possession of a controlled substance.
Clouds have lifted a little bit. Still very gray outside, but the ceilings have risen a bit. We don't have the persistent drizzle or rain right now. We picked up 0.13 officially at the airport in town. Del Rio, Warren's backyard, 0.2. Leon Springs, Roland's backyard, 1/4 of an inch, and 0.18 from Bernie to Schertz to New Braunfels, Lavernia. One of the sweet spots, 0.3 in Rogers' backyard. This evening, cloudy sky, a little bit of a breeze east-northeast at 10 to 15, and a few stray sprinkles. But we have another opportunity for rain just around the corner. That's Friday. I'll show you the latest Futurecast and where we think most of the rain is going to fall coming right up.
No, your eyes are not deceiving you. The Dow Jones Industrial Average jumped to a record today, bolstered by news that the Federal Reserve will likely begin cutting interest rates next year, maybe 3 times, in fact. The Fed has raised rates 11 times in a row, but today did not. The 517-point jump marks the first time the benchmark closed above the 37,000 mark, exceeding the previous record that was set back in January of 2022. SpaceX, Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic, and Astroport. It's a local company, and it's trying to join the growing number of private companies who are not only working to get humans into space, but also truly to get them to live outside of Earth.
Yeah, our Max Massey with what Astroport is doing here, along with NASA funding, to help us take the next steps on the moon and maybe one day Mars.
There's a lot of things going on here that will surprise the residents of the city. That we're at the forefront of technology here in San Antonio.
Sam Jimenez leads one of those companies at the forefront, Astroport. The company received more than $2 million of funding from NASA just this year.
Astroport is a company that's building on the moon. We're doing lunar infrastructure for the moon. Designing and building and figuring out how to do the construction of the first structures on the moon.
They're literally preparing for life out of this world.
So we want to be able to demonstrate that we can actually make a brick on the moon.
It is complex and ahead of its time, but the concept, relatively simple. This robot scoops up moon dust to build structures.
We take the dirt, we melt it, we turn it into bricks. Those bricks become the pavement for the landing pad.
Now to test all this, they actually have to use 2 different types of moon dust. Take a look. This is not real dust from the moon. It actually just simulates the different aspects of the moon to different geography, but once it goes through the right process and procedures, it comes out looking something like this.
By 2026, we want to be on the surface with a experiment that shows that we can flow the lunar dirt.
You may ask, why?
We're trying to grow what we call a cislunar economy. Cislunar is the space between Earth and the moon.
And the moon, well, it really could just be the start.
The moon is really a proving ground, a testing ground for all these technologies to help us understand how do you actually live and build on another planet. And the Holy Grail is Mars.
Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
Yes, he did say Mars. The automaker Tesla now recalling nearly 2 million cars to limit the use of that autopilot feature. This after a review of nearly 1,000 crashes revealed the crash happened when the autopilot feature was being used. The National Highway Traffic Safety Commission says that the company has agreed to an over-the-air software update and will notify owners of the change by letters via mail. The update would limit that auto steer feature if a driver repeatedly fails to demonstrate they're ready to resume control of the car while the feature is on. In a recent Washington Post investigation, auto assist was used when it should not have been in at least 8 serious accidents, including some fatalities.
Check out traffic right now on our roadways at 5:07, and you can see this is I-35 at AT&T Parkway. A bit of a slowdown there. There's something that's happening up against the guardrail there. I think that's the southbound lanes of I-35 at AT&T Parkway. Bit of a slowdown, traffic heavy in both directions. Well, thousands of soon-to-be graduates from the Lackland Air Force Base will get a special surprise before they head off to their next stop. Volunteers with Operation Gratitude assembling 5,000 care packages today for those men and women at Lackland. Inside, basic things like snacks, chapstick, and other personal care items, but also some handmade goods like paracord bracelets, knitted goods, even handwritten letters. This kind of gesture means a lot to the future airmen and women because so many of them are away from home for the holidays for the very first time.
It's so important for those people that have signed up to potentially put their life on the line for our safety, just to let them know that that we care about them.
I like the name of that group, Operation Gratitude. Now, if you're interested in volunteering, just want to donate to the cause, you can find information to do that on our website, KSAT.com.
And if you've been on the search for Santa, look no further. Santa's coming to a spot near you. Tonight, he's at the San Antonio Zoo, thanks to the Coca-Cola Holiday Caravan. According to the event's Instagram page, Santa will be at the San Antonio Zoo from 6 this evening until 9 o'clock tonight. We'll be able to take free pictures with Santa, and the Instagram page says there'll be gifts and merchandise. The Coca-Cola Holiday Caravan will be making more stops across San Antonio, Converse, and Adkins this week. For locations, just go to KSAT.com. Straight ahead on the KSAT 12 News at 5, most of us have contingency plans for what can happen while staying away from home. But next, the hazard lurking in your rented room or home that could prove deadly.
This SA Salute holiday greeting is brought to you by Blue Skies of Texas.
We're the Garden Club, the Blue Skies of Texas, and we want to wish everyone a happy holidays, especially a sweet one with the honey from our beehives.
I'm Myra Arthur with a look at what we're working on for the news at 6 o'clock today. The investigation into the death of a 22-year-old woman in Converse could hold answers into 2 other criminal cases. She was shot and killed right outside the home of a Bexar County Sheriff's deputy. Coming up at 6, what we now know about this case. Plus, a one-of-a-kind mobility cart for disabled people all over the world being made right here in San Antonio. We take you to the warehouse, show you how they're made, and explain how you can help with this. That and more coming your way today on the News at 6.
Thank you, Myra. Well, if you're planning to travel over the holiday and stay in a hotel or maybe an Airbnb, there's a growing danger that could take you by surprise. Is the air safe where you're staying?
There is a reason why just in the past year, carbon monoxide leaks at 6 U.S. hotels killed 2 people, but also injured dozens more. There are no requirements for preventing this hidden danger at hotels, but you could easily pack protection from the killer.
The past 20 years have seen more than 1,000 injuries from carbon monoxide leaks in U.S. hotels, with 32 people, including 7 children, dying. That's according to the nonprofit Jenkins Foundation, which tracks carbon monoxide incidents at hotels. While smoke alarms are normally required in every hotel room by law, there's no such law for carbon monoxide detectors, nor are they required by Airbnb, which has seen 10 carbon monoxide deaths in Chile and Mexico in the last 5 years. What makes the gas so dangerous is that it's odorless and colorless. The most common causes of carbon monoxide poisoning in hotels are boilers and heaters that are used to warm up swimming pools and water for an entire wing. According to Dr. Lyndall Weaver, who specializes in carbon monoxide poisoning.
Carbon monoxide can go through drywall very easily. It can move through crevices and little holes. So indeed, people often have been poisoned in sometimes quite a distance remote from the poisoning or the carbon monoxide source.
Dr. Weaver encourages travelers to buy a portable carbon monoxide alarm. They cost anywhere from $30 to $100, and they're small. They don't take up much room in your luggage, and packing at least one will protect you and your loved ones from the dangers of this deadly gas.
Carbon monoxide poisoning can often mimic other illnesses, and travelers will write it all off as perhaps travel-induced stress or even food poisoning. So it's important that if you start to feel sick while traveling, you're staying at a hotel, resort, or rented space, do not hesitate to get to a clinic.
Remember those beer commercials where everybody yells wasabi? Well, in health headlines, Japanese researchers say wasabi, a condiment commonly eaten with sushi, may be able to help prevent dementia. They say the active ingredient 6-MSITC contains known antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Now it's also been linked to improve short and long-term memory. Researchers at Tohoku University split 72 healthy individuals between the ages of 60 and 80 into two separate groups. One received 100 milligrams of wasabi extract. The other got a placebo. After 3 months of daily use, they found those given the wasabi had boosts in memory, both short and long term. Participants who ingested wasabi showed an 18% improvement in the ability to learn, store, and retrieve information. The study was published in the journal Nutrients.
And I'm going to let Adam Kasky say it. He's already saying it.
Wasn't it? Wasabi! Yeah.
That's it.
But he was he was eating wasabi.
You're right.
And it was like wasabi.
Wasabi.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the good old days, right? Okay, let's talk about our weather. We had the dampness earlier today. The clouds have lifted a little bit, and we don't have our dampness. A few sprinkles tonight and tomorrow, but mainly dry. Another damp morning on Friday with some scattered rain developing, and then sunny and fall-like this weekend with temperatures pretty close to average. Let's get right to authority radar. Not much out there any longer, and really we're just detecting a few sprinkles here and there, and that's about it. The main event is off into the Panhandle. That's where we have the widespread, the persistent, and even heavier rain up in North Texas, and even some good mountain snowfall in New Mexico and parts of Colorado. This is all part of this upper level swirl, that upper level disturbance near Phoenix. That's headed eastward. That's going to continue to push that precipitation through parts of Texas and some neighboring states, of course, as well. Notice tomorrow afternoon, most of it is still in the Panhandle. Then we get into Friday. Most of the rain, the heaviest and the highest accumulations, will be to the north of us between San Angelo and Dallas. Around here, we'll just get clipped by it. We're on the tail end, just getting clipped by the scattered rain on Friday. And even a few non-severe thunderstorms, of course, can't be ruled out as this cold front moves throughout the day on Friday, especially around midday is when that cold front arrives. Then Friday night, the rain is out of here and the sky clears out. As for accumulations, parts of North Texas could see another 2 inches on top of what they've already gotten. Around here, it's going to be less than that. I think we'd be lucky to squeeze out a half an inch of rain from this system on Friday. Today, we picked up for the most part around 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of rain. As we get into Friday, an additional 2 to maybe 4/10 if we're lucky. Rain chances, though, we're expecting it to be scattered to widespread. I think we'll have another damp morning with the drizzle and light rain, and then those scattered showers and a few non-severe storms by the midday and early afternoon. Let's talk temperatures quickly. 57 right now, dew point of 48. Northeasterly wind at 9. Where we have the rain, it's even cooler up in the Panhandle. 45 in Lubbock, Amarillo at 40 degrees. Meanwhile, 53 in Junction, 57 here in town, 61 in Castroville, and 52 Bernie. Temperatures not changing a whole lot. We'll fall down to 48 tomorrow morning. So going from the 50s into the upper 40s tomorrow morning, a 20% chance of a few sprinkles, but the morning commute will be much smoother tomorrow than what we had today. Not as problematic when it comes to the wet roadways and reduced visibility. 62 tomorrow afternoon, more clouds than sun, but a fairly quiet day. 64 Castroville, 64 New Braunfels tomorrow. And then we get into Friday with that rain and dampness, still lower 60s. But then this weekend, sunny, and look at that, mornings back down in the upper 30s. That's by Sunday morning with afternoon highs in the low to mid 60s. Coming up at 6, a closer look at how much rain fell and where with our Authority radar estimates.
All right, Adam, thank you.
All right, will the streak end tonight? Let's go live to the Frost Bank Center, the Frosty, where the Spurs get ready to take on the Lakers. Larry.
I'll tell you what, man, Spurs fans have their fingers crossed that this is the night that losing streak comes to an end. Coming up, the Spurs are getting ready to take on the LA Lakers tonight. And you know what? Despite all the losses, the Spurs still remain upbeat. And speaking of the Lakers, they played at the Mavs last night. And because of that, will LeBron and Anthony Davis play tonight? Coming up.
Obviously, it's a tough stretch right now, but we got to just keep instilling confidence in everybody.
And getting a win tonight against the Lakers will help the Spurs' confidence a lot on game day. Good evening, everybody, and welcome live to the Frost Bank Center, where tonight the Spurs will open up a 3-game homestand. First up, back-to-back games against the Los Angeles Lakers, and then they'll follow up with the New Orleans Pelicans Sunday afternoon. Now, check out this shot right here. Wemby showing off his soccer skills this morning, followed by a three-pointer at shoot-around. Now, the Spurs are coming off perhaps their best defensive effort this season, but the Rockets still won that game the other night, 93-82, handing the Spurs their 17th straight loss, a franchise record. Yet this young Spurs squad is still upbeat. KSAT 12 Sports' Nick Mantis has more.
Hey, Larry, yeah, you'd expect some doom and gloom here at the Spurs practice facility this morning after 17 straight losses and then losing Charles Bassey to an ACL injury. But the Spurs told us there's still a lot of positivity with this team as they prepare to face the Lakers tonight.
The Lakers get a lot of points in the paint. They definitely are trying to attack the rim. Obviously, with LeBron, AD crashing the glass, they got a lot of people who like to get to the rim, so we got to protect the rim.
They're playing great basketball. LeBron and AD are obviously at the head of that. They're playing super well, so we got to take care of those guys, protect the paint, keep AD off the glass, keep him off the free throw line. That's where he's scoring a lot of his points. So we got to be on our point tonight.
So as you hear, there's going to be a battle of the bigs tonight as the Spurs look to knock off the defending in-season tournament champions and hand them their second straight loss. From the Spurs practice facility, Nick Mantis, KSAT 12 Sports.
Thank you very much, Nick. So the LA Lakers played at the Dallas Mavericks last night, and the Lake Show lost 127-125. The game had 8 lead changes and 7 ties. The Lakers led by as many as 4 points. The Mavs by 15 in the second and third quarters. Lakers center Anthony Davis played 37 minutes and scored 37 points to go with 11 rebounds. LeBron scored 33 points in 40 minutes, and Luka Doncic had 33 points and 17 rebounds for the Mavs. Here is the matchup tonight. Lakers and Spurs at 7 right here at the Frost Bank Center. At last check, the Lakers were favored by 3.5 points. And also at last check, LeBron and Anthony Davis were both questionable for tonight just due to some nagging injuries. Those two are definitely playing a lot of games. And hey, coming up tonight at 6:30, make sure you catch our pregame special Tip-Off Plus as we get you ready for the Spurs Lakers tonight. That is live at 6:30 right here on KSAT 12. All right, let's send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Larry, thank you so much.
We'll be right back.